Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another TBR video. This is the list of the books I want to read in August. We won't be doing a TBR jar because I honestly want to mood read this month, and also I'm on vacation, so these are the only books I brought, plus of course the books I have already on in my Kindle. So without further ado, as usual, get cozy, grab a drink, and let's get started. So for this month, I thought maybe I'd do the books that are under my radar for a while. I also have books from my 26 books to read in 2026, and also audiobooks I've been waiting on Libby that somehow I all got in one day. I received all of the audiobooks, so I want to read them or like listen to them as soon as possible. So I think a total of 8 books I think that I will be trying to finish in this month of August. The first one is a book that I actually already started, and that would be Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. This is a book that currently I'm so obsessed with. It's so much fun. Somebody just recommended this one to me on Instagram, and they said like you might like this, so I tried it, and so far it's going so freaking good. It's about this podcaster. Her name is Poe, and she has this podcast called Tell Me What You Did. Well, basically, people would come to her and contact her to confess their crimes. But this last one, this interview that was a little bit creepy. The interview was, yes, creepy, but he was confessing to some weird stuff until like they were close to the end of the interview, and then it was like, well, by the way, I killed your mother, which was very shocking. And of course, it went downhill from there. And it's crazy. I love it. There's a dog involved. Like, she has a dog, and I'm so scared for the dog. So I just hope that nothing happened to her. But overall, so fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting 5 stars vibes, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, this will be the first book of this month of August. And then I have The Wedding People. I would say this might be like what a book talk book. I've seen this everywhere that of course I got influenced. I bought the book. I think it's humor fiction. I don't know. I don't think it's romance or anything. But I believe like there was this woman who went to this hotel for a vacation, and she was missed as like a wedding guest. Like they thought that she was invited to this wedding, but she was not. That's all I know about the book. I've heard a lot of mixed feelings because she apparently fell in love with the groom. I think I might be wrong, but yeah, like this is a book that I've seen a lot in on my feed, so I just wanna read it and get it over with. And also, I have it in my 26 to read in 2026. Another one I've been seeing everywhere, but I got this book. It's a Carly Fortune book. I don't think this is the newest one. I think she has a new one out already, but this one I got it because it's what I found. Somebody told me that her writing style is very similar to Emily Henry, and that's why I got the book. And then I found out that this is the second book of a series that's called Every Summer After, and there's a TV show now based on it. So I don't know. I think I can't read this as a standalone, so I will be reading this first. If I like the writing style, then maybe I make my way through Carly Fortune books. I just love this cover. It looks like a painting. The colors are so cool, and it's very summery. Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I believe the FMC, she is a photographer, and her grandmother, I think, she got sick, and they decided to go back to their small town, like to their hometown, and then she met Charlie, and I believe he was her childhood crush. I might be wrong, but yeah, and I believe Charlie is the brother of the FMC of the previous book, and a lot of people didn't really like Charlie in the first book, so that's why I think I might start with this one first and then get to Every Summer After, which I already have in my Kindle. So if I like it, if I love it that much, I might just go straight and read Every Summer After next. And also, I do have in my Kindle, I'm thinking of reading The Caretaker, which is, I believe it's a horror book by Marcus, what's his name? It's hard to pronounce. Marcus Cleaver, I think. He is the same author from We Used to Live Here, which is also has been announced that it's going to be adapted for TV, I think. And I was going to read that one, but I've heard a lot about it that my hopes are so high. So I don't want to really ruin the experience for me because it does sound like something that I would enjoy. And that's why I think this is their newest book. So I thought maybe I'll just go with this one first. And if I like the writing style, then I would go back and read We Used to Live Here, because that one sounds so good. Another book that I have on my Kindle, it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I also got the audiobook for this one, and I'm super excited for it, and that would be Crown Me Dead by Liv Zander. Now, I read this last month in July. I read the first book. This is a duology that's really viral on Book Talk. It's a dark romantasy, and the books are really short. Some people call them novellas. I wouldn't say that, because they're like, the first book was, I think, 270 pages. To me, that's a novel. That's not a novella. Just because we now used to books that are over 400 and 500 and 600 pages, it doesn't mean that that's not a book. So this one is also like around that same amount of pages, and I'm super excited for this one because the first was so good. Was it a 5 star for me? No, because I kind of like expected. It was kind of predictable in a way. But even though I was like, I knew what was going on from the beginning, I still enjoyed it. Like, I still enjoyed the ride. I still enjoyed uh the the eerie like vibe of it, the creepy vibe of the whole thing. The story was so good, so I'm super excited to read Crown Me Yours in this month, and I believe those are all like the ones I'm planning to read on my Kindle. And also have another book which will be another romance, and this is Flawless by Elsie Silver. If I'm not wrong, this would be the first book of the Chestnut series by this author. I got FOMO when these books were super viral on Book Talk. So one night I just ordered the whole series and also the first two books of Rose Hill for some reason, and I haven't started yet. It does seem like something that I would enjoy. I love small town romance and I do enjoy cowboy romance. So this is kind of that. I believe this one is about a professional bull rider. I didn't know that it's a profession. I thought just, I don't know. But anyway, it's a professional bull rider, and he's kind of a celebrity where he lives, like in the small town, I don't know. And I believe he got involved in a scandal, and now he has to clean his image, like his reputation. And his agent, which is our FMC's father, he kind of like hired her to be like a supervisor, like a babysitter for our main character. But like, it was supposed to be professional. He was supposed to keep his hands off her, but of course that did not happen. So it's kind of forbidden romance, and I believe it's forced proximity, and of course small town and cowboy. I think I might enjoy this. If I don't, it really would suck, because again, I do have like the whole series and the other two books. And I think I already ordered the third book, like the fourth, I don't know. But yeah, like this is book number what? I lost count, I'm sorry, but this is the next book in my TBR list for August. And the last one, this one was in my TBR for this was in my TBR for July, but unfortunately I didn't get to it. This is the one of her old, like Remy fan book, one of her oldest one, because I'm trying to make my way back her backlist. I've read all of the new ones already, and now I got to the older ones. This one is called The Wife Upstairs. So I believe this is about a nurse. She is married, she's happily married, and she got into a weird accident, and I believe she cannot speak anymore. And then they hired this other woman to take care of her, and I believe like they kind of like became friends. But the main character, I think her name is Victoria. I think her, yeah, Victoria is kind of like trying to tell this new woman something, like a secret. And I think I had a feeling that it's about the husband, but we'll see. Like it's very kind of that vibe. It's given that vibe, and I don't know. I know it's summer, but I'm keeping the vibes of fall already. These would be all of the books that I'm planning to read in August, which is a very, very hot summery month. That's why I made sure to have as many romances as I can, because I'm not like a huge romance reader, even though I do read a lot of romance. But I do read romance as a palate cleanser, not something that, I don't know, like, not to hate on it, but it feels like it's a very predictable genre. But yeah, so I'm super excited for these two, to be honest. So we'll see how this month will go. And yeah, that's was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're not yet, and I'll see you in the next one.